What's going on, everybody? Your body's driving. 3 seconds. Fading. Shooting. We need Philly United in the chat. Let's go, the Lions.
He did it! Some of the fans sensing a possible career high. Hits for three. Finally leaving alone after that. Hits for three.
Yes, sir. Iowa or
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Let's go, man. Let's go. Hope you guys fertilized today. Hope you watered your plants. You know what I mean? Because the Philadelphia Eagles came out and they took care of the garden today. Per Nick Sirianni. Take care of the garden. Yo, Eagles are going to the Super Bowl. Nah, I'm just playing around. But, yo, we got to enjoy this one. We got to enjoy this one. The Eagles absolutely degrade the Detroit Lions. And it's Halloween. Happy Halloween. No tricks today, all treats. You know what I mean? The Eagles absolutely if there's any Detroit fans out there, if you know a Detroit sports fan, if you know a Detroit, just a person from Detroit, you know what I mean? Check on them. Make sure they're okay because honestly, what a game. What a game. The Eagles absolutely blow Detroit out of the water 44-6. Nick Sirianni actually runs the ball. Jonathan Gannon actually blitzes. You know, we do things that we're normally supposed to do in a football game. And we win. We win big. We do our thing. Records broken today for the Philadelphia Eagles as a team. You know, they rushed for 236 yards, 4 touchdowns. I mean, come on, man. Come on. Come on. It's not that hard. We've been up here for weeks, right? Miles Sanders must be in flames. This guy must be requesting a trade today. You're telling me Miles Sanders goes out, he gets injured, and now we run the ball how many times? 46 times? Come on, man. Is it rocket science? Were they waiting? And look, again, the Detroit Lions, they stink, okay? Jared Goff's making $33 million a year. Sheesh. I mean, collect the paycheck and be happy, my guy, because my gosh, does that team stink. They stink. Like the Detroit Lions were winless in 2008? This team is probably worse than that team. This team is probably worse than that team. And look, all right, enough talking about the Lions. They stink. You know, we were supposed to win this game, but man, that was a blowout. Seth, shout out to you for the donation, man. Appreciate all the channel members up in the house. Says, what happens when we run the ball and use a bruiser? How about that? Miles Sanders goes out. Jordan Howard finally gets elevated. And what does he do? He rushes for 57 yards. How about Boston Scott? You guys tell me, look, I'm telling you, Boston Scott can be an impact playmaker on this team. 60 yards. Jalen Hurts, 71 yards. Everybody feasting today. Everybody feasting today. Seth, I appreciate it, man. Look, at the end of the day, we know that we're supposed to run the ball. You know, Jonathan Gannon's bringing pressure, right? Jared Goff's a quarterback that pretty much relies on everything in the pocket. You flush him out, he's done. And if you bring pressure on him, he looks like a little scaredy cat. You know what I mean? And he stunk. He stunk. We brought pressure. We brought different, types of blitz packages, right? You know, even on offense, early on, we're doing end arounds. We're doing sweeps. We're doing things to misguide that defense. Now, part of it is the fact that these coaches actually coached a football game. Like, I'm not even going to lie. Part of it and part of me is honestly angry because it's like, why couldn't you try these things the past 7 weeks? Why couldn't you try these things the past 7 weeks? It doesn't make really a lot of sense to me. And now also the other part of that is that the Lions are just terrible. They're 0-7 now, 0-8, and they're not a good team. And they might not win a game this entire year. So honestly, Eagles fans, we got to celebrate this. We're going to the Super Bowl. That's how I feel after this. No, I'm just kidding. But we won't see one like this in a long time. We won't see one like this in a long time. 44 points. 46 rushes. We only threw the ball how many times? Like 15. Gardner Minshew makes an appearance. Um, I'm honestly angry. I am, and call me a hater or whatever else you want to call me. I'm being honest. Like, if we did this against the Niners, if we did this against the Raiders, if we did this against this team and that team and that team, we probably would be like 5-3, maybe 6-2. Just saying. Just saying. But anyway, um, think about what it's like to be a Philadelphia sports fan. And then think about what it's like to be a Detroit sports fan, okay? And look, it can always get worse. You know what I mean? Detroit sports fans, they have to deal with the Lions, the Pistons, the Detroit Tigers. I mean, come on now. I feel bad. Looking at that coach on the other sideline, Dan Campbell, I know it's his first year. He hasn't won a game yet. They came within inches of beating the Ravens, and the guy kicks a 66-yard field goal. I honestly felt bad for Dan Campbell. I've seen that guy cry at a post-game presser. I've seen him talk about literally the weirdest stuff, but he's a passionate dude. And it's like, as a Detroit fan, you probably came into this game thinking, all right, we have a good chance to win our first game. And the Detroit Lions get absolutely flabbergasted. Honestly, there's really not much to say about this game because the Eagles pushed all the right buttons. They did everything right. The scheme, right? Letting the run game open up the entire offense. Even when I thought, okay, after a drive or two, right? Because we're really good on our first drives of the year or of the game. I thought we were going to revert to passing the ball. No, we actually pounded the rock. We stayed with what worked. That was the concept, right? And this is what we've been asking for how many weeks now? And it worked. And the sad thing about this is that you're probably not going to see this happen again. And that's what doesn't make sense to me. I'm telling you, there is definitely an agenda with this team because at one point, it's like, why do we do these things against the Lions? Don't tell me, because part of it is the fact that we have confidence playing this team that has, the Lions look like a college team, okay? And part of it is that. But you're telling me we couldn't try any of the things we pulled out. It wasn't the same old 5 plays today. There were different formations. There were guys running left and right. We did a trick play at one point. Greg Ward throwing it back to Hurts, completed it to Goddard. Come on, man. Come on. It's actually insane. It's actually insane. Honestly, man. Birdman, what's going on? Shout out to everybody in the chat. Celebrate this one like you've never celebrated before. Drink to this one, party, do whatever else you have to do. Because we are not going to see a game like this in a while. And the funny thing is that Jalen Hurts was 9 for 14 with 100 yards, 103 yards. He just didn't have to do anything. But the main takeaways for me, as you probably see in the title, Nick Sirianni runs the ball 46 times. Jonathan Gannon dials up the blitzes. I don't know how many blitzes we had in the first half, but it was significantly more than I've seen in an entire game. The creativity on the first offensive drive or the second offensive drive was the most creativity I've seen all year. So why can't we do this every game? Please tell me, why can't we do this every game? Here's the answer. We can. Is Jalen Hurts the guy, though, going forward? I don't know. There's still things that kind of get me, but the Eagles are bad. The Lions are pitiful. That's really all I can say. Tone Duchess, flowers for that's what I'm saying. Nick Sirianni should have started his gardening scheme back in week 1. Honestly. And no, the Eagles did not get up and they did not play like this because of the flowers, okay? But what I will tell you is that the Eagles are playing harder today than they've played all year. They were playing confident. I seen guys ripping the ball out. Avonte Maddox with a late punch, punches the ball out. Jared Goff looked like a deer in headlights. That guy, he didn't even know what he was doing at one point. He's literally spinning around 3 times. He throws it out of bounds on a 4th down. We had that guy rattled. Man. You know what? One thing that pissed me off about this game was the Eagles finally go to Gardner Minshew in the 4th quarter. We go to Gardner Minshew, and they only let him throw it twice. One was a little screen pass, and the other was, I think they were both screens actually. Gardner Minshew, you know what? You want to know my theory on this? I think the Eagles, I think they did not throw the ball with Minshew because they don't want to expose what could be. They don't want to show that, okay, this guy might have a little bit of talent left in the tank. That's why, because don't tell me that this guy doesn't know the playbook. He's been here the entire year. Flacco just got traded to the Jets. He got sent back there. So now Minshew is the second string quarterback. He definitely knows the offense. I don't think they wanted him to throw the ball because he might look a little decent. That he might look a little bit good, and then people are going to start chanting Minshew Mania. That's what I think. What else? Gainwell kind of disappeared a little bit out of the offense as the game went on, but Howard was great. We had 3 guys above 57 rushing yards. When's the last time a team had 3 players above 57 rushing yards? Like, I don't know, man. Devontae only had 1 catch. Goddard, 6 catches. You know, the defensive line was amazing. And again, what happens when you have studs on your defensive line and then you actually dial up some different blitzes and different plays, right? And disguise some things? Well, Josh Sweat with 2 sacks in the first quarter. Milton Williams with his first sack. Ridgeway had a sack. Derek Barnett had a sack. Come on, man. And no, the Lions have no talent on their offensive line. I get it. Jared Goff is not good. I get it. But do you understand what I'm saying? I understand this was the Lions. I get it. They're not good. But we actually did some things that made sense. So when you do those things, that's what happens. That's what happens. You play this way. You know? I mean, we could have won this game 20-10. No, we won it 44-6. That's what happens, man. Happy Halloween to everybody in the chat. I'm figuring people are probably out enjoying themselves. So, you know, I mean, I didn't expect to go on long today anyway. Let me know what you guys think though. Like, and I know this kind of sounds bad, but don't take it as bad, okay? Are you happy that the Eagles won this game today? Like, are you happy that we won like this? Are you expecting things to stay the same? And also in terms of our draft position, right? Because now the Eagles moved a second in the NFC East somehow, and we're 3-5. Could the Eagles actually turn it around and, I don't know, maybe work themselves for a playoff spot, a wild card spot? I don't think so. So, in fact, and I know the Colts and Titans are playing right now. Let me get a little score update. They've been really close. We're working on some draft capital here. Like, are you happy the Eagles even won this game? I know it sounds bad. Don't take it as bad. It's just an honest question. Just an honest question. Because, like, is this going to matter in 2 months, right? When we could have had an extra game. Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying. Let's see. The Titans go up 31-24 on the Colts. So 126 to go. So the Colts they were up by 2 touchdowns at one point. So let's see. Oh, wow. Wentz threw a pick 6. Wentz just threw a pick 6. That's how the Titans went up. Oh my gosh. Wow. So yeah, they got 1:26 to go in that one. Birdman says not happy, just frustrated. I feel you, man. I feel you. It's like now we finally wait to put all of it together against the Lions. Tone says it's a stepping stone. That's a good point. You think they'll learn? Do you think that now they have the formula, like, or they can actually look and say, okay, this is how we win a game? Like, we've been preaching this for however long. So I'll take it as a stepping stone. I'll take that. But yeah, I mean, other than that, we just dominated in every category possible. Even though the Eagles only had 114 passing yards, 236 rushing yards, 46 rushes compared to 16 passes. I mean, you know, that's all we had to do. That's all we had to do. Wentz thought he was Mahomes throwing a left-handed pass. That's terrible. He's been doing that a few times this year. But yeah, I mean, 19 rushing first downs, 25 first downs for the Eagles. There's just so many of those like mind-blowing stats that, I wish we would have had the shutout though. I wish we would have had the shutout, but unfortunately, Gannon started to play off. And oh wait, here's the Wentz. What is Wentz doing? What is Wentz doing? I'm looking at the play right here on Twitter. What in Why would he do that? Wow, that was stupid. Oh my gosh. I'll put it up on the screen real quick. Let's see. Look at that. What is he doing? That's bad. That's bad by Carson. But anyway, Colts are probably gonna lose now. But yeah, so we did everything we needed to win the game. It was successful. Um they didn't learn week 1 when they beat the Falcons. Exactly. And that's why I've been saying that there's a higher agenda on this team, because we did everything in place week 1 to win and execute the right game plan to win. And then, we just haven't done it since. And then now we do it today. And don't tell me we can just do these things against bad teams and then against better teams we just try to beat them. We try to go toe for toe with them. No, that's not how it works. It's not how it works. So, I mean, that's just bad. That's just bad. If the Eagles, look, I know we're not going to run 46 times every week. If we ran 25 to 30 times, we probably win most of our games, honestly. So, sorry, I'm keeping an update here on this game going on. Wentz to Pittman for 38 yards. Okay. Okay, Wentz. Hold on. Let's see if they got this game on. Let's see if they got this game. I want to see this here. Please have this game on. Chargers and Patriots. Yeah, they're not showing it. Tie game with a minute left. Reich has to bench him. Great pass Wentz to Pittman. Jets are going to upset them. Did the Jets beat the Bengals? It's crazy. We're talking about Eagles post game and we're looking at the rest of the league. Oh man, there's just not much to say about the Eagles game. It really isn't. They did all the right things. Let's see. Wow, the Jets are up by 3. The Jets are up 34-31 on the Bengals. Bro. Tanner says Eagles fans living on what ifs, and I'm living in your head, bro. Oh man. I really live rent free sometimes. Let's see. Wow, they're on Tennessee's 1-yard line. Are you kidding me? They went all the way down. Could you imagine? Could you imagine? Could you imagine if the Colts don't get it? I need to find like a. I wish this game was on TV. Flag on the Jets. Pass interference. They're going to score. Calvin Ridley get better. What happened to Calvin Ridley? I saw that. I saw he wasn't playing, but what happened to him? And the Colts score. Rushing touchdown. Flag on the Bengals. Unnecessary roughness. Ridley was out due to mental health issues. Dang. Hope everything's good for Calvin Ridley, man. Hope everything's good for him. But yeah, anyway, guys, so back, keep me updated on that game. But anyway, in terms of the Eagles, and let me know if Sirianni comes out to talk, because I really don't even have much else to say. Shout out to Slay, by the way. Darius Slay returned to Detroit, picks up that fumble, runs it in for a touchdown. That was nice. Everybody played well. I can't think of anybody that played bad, in my opinion. Maybe Devontae, he just didn't get a lot of touches, but I thought everybody played well, and I thought this was a good game for Goddard, to get him kind of open in the offense. Yeah, I thought it was a good game all around, and I feel like the Lions are just terrible. And honestly, I do hope that coach for the Lions does get a win, because I feel bad for him. I really do. You could just feel the pain in his soul. Even on that, there was a field goal late in the game. Jake Elliott, by the way, Jake Elliott's been really good. But anyway, he nails a field goal, and then the Lions get called for a 15-yarder. And they just show the Lions coach as the ref is explaining. And, he's just like, you ever do like one of those fake laughs? Like it's actual pain, but you're just laughing because you're so in pain that you don't even know how to feel. And you're just laughing and you're like, why am I even laughing? That's what happened. So that's crazy. Everybody was talking smack on Twitter here about Wentz. Now they're all taking it back. Oh, man.
In a curtain now.
Let's go take a live look at my dude, Derek. Shout out to Derek, man. Really good, really cool dude. He's a Colts podcaster. He's doing a live play-by-play. Let's go react to him. Oh, man, this should be good.
All right, chill, y'all. That's funny. First down and 10 at the 25. One receiver to the left, 3 to the right. Tannehill in shotgun. And he gets sacked, hit hard by DeForest Buckner. And Tannehill is down after being hit hard. Tannehill's hurt. No, Tannehill's getting up. Okay, he's good. DeForest Buckner jawing at him.
22 seconds left. OT and Indy. Honestly, I don't have anything else to say about this
DeForest Buckner
Eagles
finally
game.
getting home.
He's probably behind a little bit. Go sub him up, by the way.
Took
Bring
a
the juice.
shot from somebody there on the back end. Might have been Quiddy. that pushed the tackle back into him, and Tannehill just got whacked.
Look at these comments. Wentz has been sensational.
9 seconds left, 2nd down and 18. Tennessee calls the timeout. Be back in 30 seconds, guys.
All right, word. So, guess the Colts are going to OT. Got the Bengals defense in fantasy. Man, some crazy games going on right now in the NFL, no doubt. But yeah, guys, like I feel like we summed everything up that we could. I feel like we summed everything up that we could about this Eagles game. Give me your thoughts if you have anything else. I mean, we had 6 sacks as a team. Lions didn't get any pressure. Everything was right this game. And it's a good win. It's a good win. At the same time, we got to evaluate this season, see where we're at. Hopefully we can keep pushing through and get a few more wins. I just don't know how to feel. I don't know how to feel. I'm happy to see us run the ball. I'm happy to see our backs eat, So give me your thoughts in the chat, guys. Did I miss anything? Because were you guys excited watching this game? Were you pumped up? Do you think the Eagles are going down Broad Street this year? 4 for 5 in a red zone. Man. Let's go look at Ruben Frank's Twitter. If we got any cool stats. First time Eagles have had 4 rushing touchdowns in a game since 2013. First time 2 Eagles have had 2 rushing touchdowns in the same game in 41 years. Man, Derek Barnett, first sack in 11 games. So, honestly, guys, please tell me if Nick Sirianni comes out. I really want to react to this press conference before we get out of here.
Long hair goals, save that last inch. Elvive.
The hell was that? I don't know where that came from. Oh, here we go. I was like, what is that? But anyway, yeah, I don't know how to feel. Mitch, what's going on? I'm happy, but it's the Lions. I feel that. Tone says, don't know how to feel. Yeah, I feel that as well. Like, I'm happy, but at the same time, it's like, where was this the entire season? And does this really help us going forward? How does it help us? That's my question. So, yeah, those are my thoughts. Hold up. Wait, so the Colts have the ball? Yeah, the Colts have the ball. Okay. First sack in 11 games. Yeah. Do you guys think we're going to have a fire sale? Do you think some of the vets are going to go? Or do you think now that after this win, they're going to say, okay, we can compete. We can keep going. What do you guys think? Jets won. They did. Wow. By the way, that Green Bay Arizona game on Thursday had to be one of the best games. And I still can't believe. Of course, Rasul Douglas comes up with the game-winning pick, but let's see what we got going on here. Wow, the Jets actually beat. I was actually starting to put some confidence in the Bengals, and then they lose to the Jets. Like, come on now. Come on now. I know Nick Sirianni is going to come out to this press conference and, he's just going to be so pumped. Like, we might get another analogy. I hope they ask him about the fertilizer, to be honest. At least if we don't win a lot of games the rest of the year, at least we won this one. I guess that's what we'll say. Where is Let's see. Has Sirianni come out yet? Let's see. You got Goddard.
About the performance.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. He just came out a minute ago. Let's go.
Games and
All right.
how y'all doing?
How are you?
Good.
You guys ran the ball a lot more than what you guys have done in the past. Do you feel like this has helped you guys establish an identity now as a team?
Yeah, I think, again, we do what we need to do to win football games and what we think is best to win football games. We got some good runs early on, and when the offensive line kept coming back to the sideline saying, hey, we got a lot of momentum right here. We're pushing them up front. And so we just kept staying with it. And I thought Jalen did a good job of checking us in and out of some plays and in and out of some looks. And so, yeah, we did what we needed to do to win this football game, and it was great to see us be able to run the football like that. So it played really physical up front, and that's where it always starts right there.
How much of the running attack was pre-planned and how much then did change?
Yeah, I mean, in our openers, we had I can tell you this, guys, I don't mind, but the openers, our first 7 plays, we wanted to have 5 runs and 2 passes on that. So we wanted to establish the run game early. We felt like we really value our offensive line and what they can do.
Oh, my gosh.
That's what we wanted to go out and start. We had some good play action game off of it that Jalen executed well. And so, yeah, that was definitely part of our plan to be able to go out there and run football.
So we wanted to run 5 times and throw it twice on the first 7 plays. Okay, coach. Can we do that next week? Can we do that the week after? How come we didn't do that last week or the week before or the week before? So you just picked this team to do that against? You just said, okay, we're playing the Lions. Let me go run 5 times in the first 7. Come on, man.
Football like we did.
How do you have the plan today?
I'm sorry.
Why was that the plan today?
Just what we think about going into a defense a game. We felt like we had an advantage up front, the way they were playing some of their middle field open coverages, and so that's the main reason. Our guys up front, and then some of the middle field open they were playing. Now they pulled back a little bit on some of that middle field open. They did some pressures to try to stop it and this and that, but we had already got some momentum going on that, so we just kept riding it.
Nah, that's BS because every week we have momentum running the ball with Miles Sanders, and then we stop. We do it for one drive, and then we stop. Come on, Nick. You can't fool us.
On defense and Gannon's play call.
I'm sorry. Say it again. When I can't see your guys' mouth, it's hard for me to hear you.
About the performance on defense to you and Gannon's play.
Yeah, again, what I appreciated about Jonathan is just his dog mentality in that.
Oh, my. Spare me, bro.
I know he's been having to answer a lot of questions. We've been having to answer a lot of questions. He went and did what we had to do to win that game. We put a little bit more pressure on him, and as you can see, we got to the quarterback a little bit more than we have.
Wonder why that is.
Again, it started up front there, like to lean on those guys up front, and that's. At any level that you're playing, high school football, college football, pro football, if you win up front the way we went up front, you're going to be able to win football games. So it was relying on those guys there to win up front initially, and then just tightening it up in the coverage with some more man-to-man, a little bit more zone match.
He's so happy.
Looks, to be able to still match even.
He's so perked up right now.
You say each week you got to do what it takes to win, whether it's based upon the defensive scheme or whatever plays to your strengths. But is this formula maybe a little more what you need with Jalen?
And that's a good.
Jeff,
that's a good point because yes, you do it that way, but you also got to do what you do well, right? And so I think that's what we're saying. Like we're able to push some guys around. It's up front, and so it is. It's a combination. It's a both and. It's yes to both, right? You want to do what the defense is allowing you to do while still doing the things that you've been successful with. So yeah, it's great when you're able to run the football like that. It opens up everything else again because I know we didn't throw for very many yards. But the play action game, the chunks that we got to Dallas, particularly in the play action game, came off of some very unique run looks that we did earlier in the game, and they had to bring the extra guy down to stop the run. And so, again, yes. So to answer your question, it's both. It's what you're doing well. It's what you want to continue to build on with your offense, but also what the defense is giving you. So it's a fine line, but you got to do both of those things.
What about the Jalen element, though, just kind of helping him a little bit.
I like when he's able to. Again, I think Jalen's got big shoulders, and I think he's able to handle a lot. I really do. But we know that he's still in his, essentially, you can say he's still in his rookie year as far as starts goes. And so, yeah, I mean that's going to be able to help him out. And when you're able to run it like that, it's gonna create space from him in the offensive line on the play action game. So again, we're evolving. We're evolving every week on offense. Again, I think that's the main thing, is that we're evolving each week on offense. We're figuring out more and more what we do well.
Are you serious, friend? Like, should I even keep listening to this? There's no way he just said that. We're evolving each week on offense. We are learning what we need to do. Are you kidding me? So next week we should run the ball 30 times. But we won't. Come on, man. And we're going up against the Chargers, who have one of the worst rushing defenses. Come on, man. Come on, Nick.
And just evolving, and that's just the mentality of what we talk about in there, is get better every single day. That's just not a player thing. That's a coach thing. That's an everybody thing. If we all live by that and we all
it's
get
hard
better
to listen
each
to
day,
this guy
then
talk
good things are gonna
sometimes.
happen.
Like the point, like he's going here, then there, then here. It's like,
I mean,
he reminds me a little bit of Brett Brown. And like, you know, he's throwing out like philosophies here and just like textbook knowledge. And it's like, then he's throwing like a piece of motivation. And it's just like, please answer the question first.
Again, it's always going to start up front. It's always going to start up front. I think the way those guys up front were pushing it around was really good. And I think Miles would have had a big game today too. I don't want to take anything away from the Boston or Jordan, because they played phenomenal games. But, you know, it started.
Wentz threw another interception. Wow. Wow. Wow.
Long hair goals? Save that last inch. Elvive Dream Length
This
with a
outta
cocktail
here.
of vitamins and fine
Come on with the ad. Let's stop that. Okay. All right.
Up front, and I just think they got behind their pads, and they went and they finished the job when when the offensive line got the push. It was really interesting to see in the red zone, those guys finish in the red zone. So you were getting this surge. We weren't blocked. There was a couple guys on the second level we weren't getting to because they had 6 on the line, and so we were getting such a push right there. They were just able to ride that block in there, and just a tribute to them of. And that's just a great trip. But I do want to point out, like what you just said right there with Boston and Jordan, like you wait your turn. I don't want to even say it like that. You're not where you want to be exactly on the depth chart, but inevitably in this game, there's going to be some bumps and bruises, and the next man has to step up. And I just thought they did an excellent job there. I think you guys asked me on Friday about Jordan and his opportunity that he might get. And I think I mentioned that, he's just been such a good pro through it all, right? And Boston too, right? He's had a lot of success here in the past. And so they just been.
Yeah. Boston's got, right? A guy that I've been talking about. He has had a lot of success. That is true, Nick. Too bad he hasn't played till last week. And this week, 2 touchdowns. See what I mean? Does that add up, Nick? Not really.
Pros, they've come to work every single day.
Jordan
and they were able to reap the benefits today.
You bring that up, the bumps and bruises, you guys need to step up. Nate Herbig came in, and your running game didn't suffer at all.
Yeah.
What does it say about a guard
Ask him about the
coming in when you have
flowers.
to run heavy play, and you're able to execute it?
Yeah, and I mean, just a tribute to how Nate prepares, right, throughout the week. And, he gets to get some practice reps. We get to mix a little bit. So he gets a little bit of practice reps in there with the ones also. But he prepared himself all week, just like he was starting. And so just a tribute to him that he was able to come in and not miss a step. The guys trust him. The guys next to him trust him. The guys behind him trust him, right? And so, and then us as coaches trust him. And so I just think he did a great job stepping in for Jack's injury and just not lose. And we didn't lose a step because of it. And that's you get obviously excited about that because the depth of the offensive line. Like we've had some bumps and bruises around the offensive line, and this is just another example of guys stepping up and playing.
Just a simple question.
About, finding out what it is that you do well
In your experience, how long does that usually take? And are there other examples of potentially figuring out that it's not what you thought, and that it's maybe something else that you do well?
Yeah, I don't think there's ever just a real timetable on it. I think it's just, it's trial. I don't want to say trial and error either, because we know what we want to be good at. We know, but sometimes it does take time. And I'm not saying it's never a finished
week
product.
8
We're
into
not
the
there yet,
season.
right? It's going to always be evolving.
Every time we run the ball,
again,
it works.
don't want to put a timetable on. I'm just excited the way that our guys ran the football today, and with the way we physically dominated up front.
With Jalen Rager early in the game, seemed to be a few more manufactured touches, a little bit more motion.
By the way, Rager got hurt, and he was out for the rest of the game. J-Jaw got hurt again. That man doesn't even play. How did he get hurt? J-Jaw got hurt last week. He got hurt this week. By doing what? Blocking?
Part of the aggressiveness because of the opponent.
Yeah.
The evolution, you had to throw back to.
Yeah. Again, you want to be able to steal yards in certain ways. And you're not always able to run the gadget reverse or the jet sweep that we did. The DNs have to cooperate, right? And you got to have certain techniques out of defensive ends. Some games you don't go in with any of those planned. The way we scouted this team and the way they were with their defensive ends, we thought that they gave us an advantage.
Don't
to get
tell
some
me
touches
that you
because we wanna
can't
get
try
Jalen
this
some
at all.
touches because he's a dynamic playmaker with the ball in his hands. So, we were able to steal some yards. I think I always look at it, for whatever reason, I always look at it as like stealing yards on offense when you get 10-yard gains or more on jet sweeps and rounds. And the other thing it does, and so we were able to steal 25 yards of offense on those couple gadgets on runs. And the other thing it does is now those jet motions that you do and the next teams have to be alert for that, right? The defensive end next game might not be able to chase hard on outside zone the next game because he's up the field because he's got to be worried about the around. So it does set some things up. But again, you go into that. And so that goes back to what Jeff asked. Like you don't. Yes, you might want to have it part of your plan, but sometimes the defense has to cooperate for it to be part of your plan as well.
Is relief among the emotions after this win, Nick? I mean, the team's been under a lot of heat. You've been under a lot of heat to see them kind of respond to you guys and maybe show that what you guys are teaching is starting to.
Well, I think what we have to look at first, and I don't want to say relief, it's round 8 to us, right? Today was round 8 for us, and my message to them was, hey, sometimes it just takes a big round. It takes a round where you cut somebody to in a win a round to build some momentum. And so, but there was no secret to why, in my opinion, and I think for the guys, there was no secret to why we performed well today. It happened every day in practice.
Come on, Nick. Titans win. Dang. Wentz sold that one too. Wow. Wow. There was no secret as to why we played this way today. Okay. Sure thing, coach.
And I'm not saying we haven't practiced. I mean, like what happened on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday was the intensity was so high. The detail was so high. It was just, again, that was our message to continue to grow. And the only way to continue to grow is if you're going to have intensity in practice and you're going to have detail. And I think the guys locked into that and they practiced well all week. Jalen practiced well all week. We really felt confident, both offensively, defensively, and special teams with how we practice. And that just gives you confidence going in because the way you practice, I don't care what level you're at. The way you practice is going to be similar to the way you play in that game.
Last time, guys, on defense, how key was it when you were able to get pressure with just 4?
Yeah, I mean, that's huge. And so you get the guys that we have up front. I think obviously Josh Sweat had a great game and Derek Barnett had a phenomenal game, and they just continue. And then we are getting pushed up the middle with Fletch and with Hargrave. Like you're just able to tighten up in coverage and have more guys back there. That's huge, right? One less guy in the secondary means one little bit more hole, right? When you bring it. Now we brought some pressures, but to be able to get pressure with your front four obviously is big, and that goes back to what we talked about with the offensive line, right? It doesn't matter what level you win every game. You win games up front with the physicality of your team. And so again, just really excited with the way our defense played. But it's one game, and we're going to enjoy this one. But round 9 starts tomorrow, and we're going to need the similar performance next week from our offensive and defensive line next week when we play the Chargers.
All right, thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys.
So again, not really too much there in terms of anything. Just saying the right things, I guess. But yeah. go get a live look again at my guy Derek. See how he's feeling after this Colts loss.
You know, I mean, the Colts didn't show up when it mattered, and some bad decision making by Coach Reich and a few other people. It's
my man looks defeated, man. I feel
yeah,
that.
I'm flabbergasted at this. I don't understand how we I just don't understand how we didn't call a better game here. But again, I want to thank each and every one of you for being in the stream today. Had like the second largest audience that I've ever seen in here. Greatly appreciate everybody who.
Dang. Defeated, man. That must stink. Trust me, that must stink. John with the super chat. Thank you, John. Appreciate that, man. Wow, we did not run the ball in shotgun formation the whole time. What a wild new concept. Wow, isn't that crazy, John? We ran the ball 46 times. We don't run it in shotgun. We do the right things. We blitz, bring pressure, put Goff on his you-know-what. I mean, we just did the right things today, John. We did the right things. It's almost like you don't even have anything to talk about this game because we just did all the right things and we took care of business against a bad team. That's it. That's it. There's really nothing else we could say. 236 rushing yards, right? 46 carries. We just did the right things. We did the right things. 3 guys above 57 rushing yards. Hurts didn't have to do much. Nick Sirianni's talking about, there's no reason why we did this or that. Yes, there is. We ran the ball. We did the right things, Nick. Easy cake, man. Piece of cake. Jalen's out here talking now. I already know what he's going to say. He's like, yeah, we're here. He's been saying we're close, we're close, we're close. Well, guess what? We are here. So that's pretty much all I got. I feel like we recapped everything. Just a dominating performance, and you got to love to see it. Daniel with the super chat. Thank you, man. Enjoy your Halloween and fly goes fly. Well, hey, everybody enjoy their Halloween, man. I saw a couple Nick Sirianni costumes. They were pretty good. Hope you guys, be safe, of course. It does feel weird, I'll be honest, that Halloween's on a Sunday, and it doesn't really feel like Halloween, and I feel like there's nobody even outside trick-or-treating anyway. Maybe a few, but that's just where I'm at. That's just where I'm at. Daniel, hope you enjoy your Halloween as well. I know I went and saw, I love the Halloween movies. I love just the vibe of Halloween. It's not my favorite holiday, but it's definitely up there. The spooky vibes. It's getting cold outside. So that's pretty much it, man. Eagles get it done 44-6. They do everything in the textbook that you need to win. Everything that you and I and every Eagles fan have been yelling for weeks. Do this, do that. We actually did it. So now I'll end off with, now we know, right? Because next week, right, if we come and we run the ball 10 times, okay, we're going to look at this week and say, so you ran the ball 46 times. It was the Detroit Lions, granted, but you did run the ball. So now we have literally laid out the formula, right, against the Falcons and the Lions to win games and do it in a dominating fashion. And maybe it won't be, blowout wins because we'll be playing better teams. But now we have the formula twice to see how to play. So there should be no excuse not to do it anymore. Right? Right? Cat on the Moon, what's up? I'd like to see the Lions win one at some point. I was shocked when I saw the score. Yeah, I feel bad for that coach. I really do. Seems like a good guy. Little crazy, but good guy. So, I do hope he gets a win. But, yeah, those are just my thoughts, guys. Let me know what you think down in the comments. Be sure to drop a like if you haven't yet. Haven't even seen how many we have. But, guys, drop a like if you're enjoying this. Subscribe if you're new. We'll be back for the Sixers game tomorrow against Portland. And with that being said, everybody have a great rest of your Halloween. Trick or treat. Spooky vibes only. Eagles get a dominating win. Enjoy this one. Enjoy this one. Who knows what's going to happen going forward, but enjoy this one. And until next week, Eagles headed to the Super Bowl, right? You guys have a great night, man. Catch y'all on the next one. Peace.